Srila Prabhupada impacted our life. And now that way make an offering. So I humbly request all of you to take this opportunity and speak from your heart. Normally, Vyas Puja, the way you start is you offer, if you are initiated, first of all, you chant your pranam mantra to your spiritual master, then pranam mantra of Srila Prabhupada, and then start. If you are in a temple setting, you even bow down for male Sastang Danvat, for female the Danvats which they make bowing down. So that's the normal protocol for offering. Thank you all very much for joining. Hare Krishna. Is that all right?
Thank you, Madhuri Prabhuji, for nicely gave the introduction. Because Madhuri Prabhuji was suggesting that we should meditate on the glories of Srila Prabhupada so that it can reach out to many, many people. And also, there's the opportunity that we can show our gratitude to Srila Prabhupada in so many ways. So please, everybody, we will request everybody, please take this opportunity, especially you are initiated. You should definitely offer your verbal offering. So that way, Srila Prabhupada will be very pleased as well with you. So, as I got a few names, Govinda Nandini Madaji, if you're ready, you can go ahead and
yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Hare
Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. And I'm sorry I'm in the office, so I offer my humble obeisances to all the Vaishnavas in this assembly. And thank you for allowing me to speak a few words to glorify Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharane Indra Vishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Nishitarane Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So I consider Srila Prabhupada as my Vartma Pradarshak Guru, which means the initial spiritual master who shows the path. I know in case of many of us, we get our hearts are transformed when we read Srila Prabhupada's book. So in my case, the same thing happened. I consider that's why him as my path showing guru, the initial primeval guru. He's an instructing master, spiritual master as well, because I learn everything from his books, all the instructions, and so is the case for many of us. And it's wonderful, as Madhupati Prabhu was saying yesterday, like right after Krishna Janma, we have this celebration. So on that theme, I wanted to suggest that just as Krishna Bhakti is so important for Vaishnavas, the very next thing is the Guru Bhakti. And I made a humble poem to Srila Prabhupada, to offer to Srila Prabhupada based on this theme of Guru Bhakti. And I would like to share that poem with you. And also in that poem, I'm referring to some of the verses from Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. And I would like to later on also share those verses with you, because then my poem will be more meaningful for you as well. And you may look at some of those verses and also learn about the theme of Guru Bhakti that is found in this scriptural verses. So I humbly request that I read this poem. So this is an offering of Guru Bhakti, Srila Prabhupada. And then my poem is like this. Sadhana Bhakti has many parts that I need to practice and persist. Yet Guru Bhakti facilitates it all, acting like a catalyst. Mahaprabhu pours mercy, but my corrupt heart fails to percolate. Guru Bhakti is my heart's vessel, allowing that mercy to saturate. You are Bhagavata Uttama, and Bhagavad Bhav is your quality. Guru Bhakti instills in my heart the same desire to serve the divinity. Guru Bhakti and Haritoshna are inseparable. May Guru Bhakti in my spiritual life become the active principle. Guru Bhakti and Guru Toshna attract Krishna's attention. Via Guru's medium, Krishna starts the soul's reincarnation. Guru Bhakti is Krishna's preference, we can say with certainty, over initiation, penance, discipline, or worship of the deity. Linking Guru Bhakti and Kripa with Krishna Kripa, Thakur Chakravarti says, without Guru's grace, no one can make any spiritual progress. Guru Bhakti is like getting a glimpse into your life, into your heart, Gurudeva, almost like asking how to execute your desire for Guru Seva. Celebrating Guru Bhakti, aspiring for no interest separate from yours. I bow down to you, Gurudeva, with eyes filled with spiritual tears. And I would like to make a reference to some of the verses, especially, when I said that Srila Prabhupada is Bhagavad Uttama and Bhagavad Bhav is his quality. So that reference I found in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya, which is chapter 8 and verses 275. There it is mentioned that Sarva Bhuteshu Pashed Bhagavad Bhavam Atmanaha Bhutani Bhagavati Atmani Esha Bhagavatottama. So the meaning is that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that a person advanced in devotional service sees within everything the soul of souls, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. And consequently, he always sees the form of the Supreme Lord as the cause of all causes and understands that all things are situated in him. So Srila Prabhupada is of that quality. He's a Bhagavad Uttama, and the Bhagavad Bhav is his quality. That's coming from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. Then in the other verse, I mentioned that Guru Bhakti and Haritoshna are inseparable. So that reference comes from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi, chapter 12 and verse 10, where it is mentioned that Acharyera Mataye Sei Matasara Tara Adnya Langi Chale Seita Asara. And the meaning is that the order of the spiritual master is the active principle in spiritual life. Anyone who disobeys the order of the spiritual master immediately becomes useless. So I'm meditating, I'm praying that this order of the spiritual master, the order of Srila Prabhupada for me personally, may become an active principle in my spiritual life. Then in the other paragraph, I mentioned about Guru Bhakti and Guru Toshna, how they are being brought in by Krishna's attention. And for that, I'm referring to Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi, chapter 1, verse 45, where it is said that Guru Krishna Rupa Hana Shastrera Pramane, Guru Rupe Krishna Kripa Karena Bhaktagane. And the meaning of that is that according to the deliberate opinion of all the revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is non-different from Krishna. Lord Krishna, in the form of the spiritual master, delivers his devotees. So here I consider Srila Prabhupada is not different from the Rupa, from the form of Sri Krishna as spiritual master in my heart. And then the other time I mentioned that Guru Bhakti is Krishna's preference over initiation, penance, or even discipline or worship. And for that, there's a reference in Srimad Bhagavatam in the 10th canto, 80th chapter, verse number 34. And it says that Naham ijja prajatibhyam tapasa upashamenava tushayam sarvabhutatma guru shrushrushayata yatha. So what that means is that Krishna is saying that I, the soul of all beings, am not as satisfied by ritual worship, Brahmanical initiation, penances, or self-discipline as I am by faithful service rendered to one spiritual master. So again, here I'm praying that this becomes the principle of my spiritual life by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, that faithful service to him in whatever way possible becomes the main active principle in my life. And in that way, I'm ending the prayer by linking Guru Bhakti and Guru Krupa with Krishna Krupa, where every day we sing this bhajan, the Guru Ashtakam bhajan, which is written by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, where we say, Yasya prasadat bhagat prasado, Yasya prasadan nagati kutopi, dhyayanstuam tasya shastri sandhyam, vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. By the mercy of spiritual master, one receives the benediction of Krishna. Without the grace of spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. Therefore, I should always remember and praise the spiritual master. At least 3 times a day, I should offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master. So every day, as I pray in the morning, I pray to Srila Prabhupada that all my progress be done through his grace, through his mercy, through his grace. And without his mercy, I am nobody to do any kind of progress. So again, I offer my humble obeisances at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, thinking how much deep impact he has made personally on my life, transformed my life. And I pray that the same effect happens on each and every one of us who are joining the Vaishnava Sangha in ISKCON CNJ. So thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity given to me, and Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vaishnava Charan ki jai, and all glories to all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much for nicely mentioning about the Guru Bhakti and how it's come from. It's come from Srila Prabhupada, as we all get the shiksha from Srila Prabhupada. So thank you so much for putting together this as an offering to Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Humbly request Krishna Namananda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, actually I'm driving, as I'm still not at home. But I can say a few things.
Yes, please go ahead.
Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo pattanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo Vaishnava ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai.
Naman Prabhu, how far you are from your home?
Easily another half an hour. But I'll say for a few minutes and then close.
If you want to finish after half an hour also, you can do that. No, if you are comfortable.
Yeah, I'm comfortable. I'll just speak only a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, just meditating on the aspect of Srila Prabhupada. I had mentioned this in Mayapur regarding my Guru Maharaj, so I'll mention the same here for Srila Prabhupada. Nama Rupa Guna Leela, there for the Supreme Lord and also is there for the devotee of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada is confirmed Acharya, which the verse is from Nectar of Instruction, verse number 8. Tannam Rupa Charitadu Sukirtananu Anusmrityo Tishtan Vajeta Anuragi Jananu Gami Kalam Nayediti Upadesa Sal. Essence is to be meditating, reflecting, thinking, contemplating, reflection, as the verse purport Prabhupada gives in that Nectar of Instruction, verse number 8. Here also, Srila Prabhupada, the name itself, Abhay Charanaravinda, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. By taking shelter of Srila Prabhupada, one can become fearless because he has taken shelter at the lotus feet of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and is representing the whole parampara and making it much easier to access that mercy, that wisdom, the transcendental knowledge, purity, love, care, trust, confidence, you name it, everything Srila Prabhupada possessed. So in that way, so we can understand his name is also is very significant, powerful. Spiritual master giving the name also, that's why it's very significant in this case. So in that way we can understand. In my life, I'll add the example that first I got the shelter of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada through my grandfather. I used to attend the Sankirtan program, Katha used to happen in my place. By his shelter, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, Then I got the shelter of Srila Prabhupada. I used to attend the Mangalarati program at ISKCON of Central New Jersey. Also, I attended before other temples, for sure, so many. Phoenix to California to Dallas, many, but somehow that has happened more so in ISKCON of Central New Jersey by especially the Saturday morning program, taking full shelter of Srila Prabhupada and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. By his mercy, he has provided also spiritual master and everything. He's navigating my life, has provided everything materially, spiritually. He's in reality, in one sense, is maintaining my life, I could say confidently. In every way, is arranging everything pretty much. So I'm very fortunate and very grateful. I want to surrender my life and soul as the Lord of Feet of Srila Prabhupada and the Lord Spiritual Master and Srila Prabhupada Goswami, whole parampara. So that I'll stop. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Namananda Prabhu. Short and sweet. Thank you. Yeah, we expected more from you. You're driving right now. So probably you can speak on later as well, maybe tomorrow, or depends on how do you feel. So thank you so much for sharing the various aspects of Srila Prabhupada that you all can take in our heart. Thank you again. So I'd humbly request Amardhananda Prabhu, would you like to speak?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisance for all praise to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhutale Srimati Radhana Swaminiti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharani Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarani. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, dear devotees, what earlier the instruction was, how Srila Prabhupada has transformed your lives. So I'll take a few minutes of your time, practical what I have seen, what Krishna consciousness has done to me over these past many years. Actually, I came in contact with Prabhupada's books. I would say physical contact. I never opened them. There was a school friend of mine who's Muslim, and his mom was a life member of ISKCON. And she had the complete set of all Prabhupada books in her house. It was kept in the bookcase. And I picked up one book. It was the teachings of Queen Kunti. And then I was just going through it and I saw those pictures and it was so beautiful. And I brought it home because my mom used to read Ramayana and different scriptures she used to read. And my mom read this book. This was in 1980. My mom read this book and she's saying, I want to meet this Swami Prabhupada. I want to meet this Swami Prabhupada. Somehow or the other, life took a different turn. And then in 92, summer of 92, my mother started going to the Chowpatty temple. And, we really weren't that interested. But just one day she's saying, come, Sunday program. And we went there. And, there was those days there were hardly 100, 150 devotees. And the Aarti was getting over and it was Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. People were jumping up and down. And when I entered and I saw this happening and I said, my God, these are a bunch of fanatics. But anyway, these devotees, they came and greeted me and Sachirani and they made us feel so comfortable and welcome with so much of warmth. And that really took away any misgivings. And from there, it started the journey. And that's where we first came to know who Srila Prabhupada is. when devotees would talk about him. So every uh, program, any Bhakti Vriksha or any class or anything, it's always Prabhupada is glorified. So the curiosity is there that who's this man? Of course, his murti is there and everyone goes and, offers obeisances. We would also offer obeisances, but it was more mechanical because everyone is really didn't understand who Srila Prabhupada is. And to really know Srila Prabhupada, there are two, in my experience, there are two, how do you say, channels or two pathways to really know Prabhupada. One is through his disciples. So many disciples he has, those who have taken initiation, your Guru Maharaj, and even your Guru Maharaj's god brothers and sisters. Just see who these people are. So one is through his disciples, and the other, equally important, is through Prabhupada's books. And if we read Prabhupada's books, whether it is these small books, Perfect Question, Perfect Answer, Chant and Be Happy, so many, or even if it's these big books, the Srimad Bhagavatam, if we actually read it and read it, with a mood of what Prabhupada said, to study it. So yes, initially I would read the book, but it was more out of casual interest, not really studying, like how, someone will pick up a novel. But slowly it became a practice, take a sankalp that every day I will read at least half an hour, I'll read at least 45 minutes every day, no matter what. That's when this level of seriousness comes in, and that's where we really can understand the depth of who Prabhupada is. Of course, I personally don't think that we would ever understand who Prabhupada is. We hear, okay, 69 years he came here, old man, what he has done is a marvelous feat. In fact, it is, no one can compare what he has done, transforming so many lives. Even after knowing so much glories of Prabhupada, we still will not know who he is. And following the practices, and I think even imperfectly in my case, whether it is japa or the sadhana or whatever, still can't concentrate on listening to the sound vibration. Even then, his instruction, even if you're doing it imperfectly, do it and you will attain perfection. And what I find is small little things, looking back over the years, how it has changed my personality and outlook. First is when I came to this country as a young man, 30 years old, Madhupati was my first friend, Prabhu. And we used to do Bhakti Vriksha, and I always had this anxiety that, oh, if I die, what will happen? Sachi Rani and Rohil. Rohil was so small, maybe 2 years old or something. I always had this fear, if I die, what will happen? So one day I spoke to Madhupati Prabhu and he says, so you think if you die, everything will come to a standstill? So I said, no. And that's where he at least gave me an idea that you're not the doer, correct? But still, somehow or the other, it always remained in the back of my head. But over these years, attending the reading Prabhupada's books, and then, the pravachan and the association by his his disciples, his Guru Maharaj, the God brothers, even so many of you Vaishnavas in this Sangha, because whatever you're speaking, ultimately is actually everything is dovetailing to Prabhupada, correct? So getting association of that Prabhu's, Mataji's, it has made me kind of more fearless. And there have been recent incidences. In fact, I was on the highway and it could have been, a very serious accident or almost fatal, going around 65 on the, or maybe more on the highway. And in the side lane, from an open truck, a metal chair fell down. It hit the car behind, uh, which was following behind, and it bounced off that car and came towards me. And this all happened in a split second. Now, typical reaction is to swerve away from the oncoming. That's the typical reaction. And if I had to do that, a lorry coming on my right, speeding, would have just smashed me. Anyway, I held steady, hit that. Luckily, no damage or anything. And what I was surprised, Prabhu's, Mataji's, is usually when such a thing happens, the adrenaline kicks in and your heart starts beating fast or whatever it is. But it was really very cool. And I was reflecting on this. How is these things possible? How do these things happen? So, you know what, this earlier I was making a point being scared of death. Even I had a certain heart condition and it required, intervention and stuff like that. There are chances, the doctor was discussing, it is very straightforward, but still this is the percentage that you could die. And it was very matter of fact, because that realization, you're not the body, you're the soul. And that is Prabhupada to thank for. The other thing, what it has done is it's made, I believe, more tolerant and patience. Earlier, I could just fly off the handle for whatever purpose, anything may happen, I could really, get really angry, go into a rage. But now, I'm more tolerant and I can say more appreciative. Again, this is because of all whatever Prabhupada's instructions in his books, his disciples, all of you, what I see in practice. Of course, there's a very long way to go, but those episodes are far few than what it used to happen, the frequency. So, there are so many little things. I mean, I don't want to take up much time, Prabhu's, Mataji's, but, and I think the only way, me personally, I can uh, show my gratitude to Prabhupada for what he has done for me personally, for my family, Sachirani and all, is just to get a little bit more sincere in our sadhana. And on my own, I don't think it is possible, but just a simple prayer. So every morning, the first things that come out of my mouth is a prayer to Guru, Prabhupada, and home deities. And at night, same thing. The last words which come out of the mouth are a prayer. And between the start and end of the day, somehow or the other, to seek his mercy, to get more serious in Krishna consciousness, so that not only can I change, but I can help also others bring about a transformation in their lives. Thank you again for this opportunity, Prabhu. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Thank you, Amritananda Prabhu. Nicely glorifying and how Srila Prabhupada was impactful in your personal life. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Humbly request Sachirani Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, everybody. And with pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namne Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. I don't know what I can say, quite frankly, because no matter how much we say and extol his virtues, it's never enough. I think personally for me, how Srila Prabhupada's teachings, his books have affected me is, I think, I speak for myself, but I think it applies to a lot of us, is that growing up, we were taught that, God, everyone is God. They're just different names for gods, whether it's Shiva, Ganesh, Durga, everyone is God. I mean, that's what I was taught, that everyone is God. They're just different names for different functions. And I think after reading Srila Prabhupada's books and after listening to his teachings, we've realized the true meaning of who are gods, who are demigods, what their functions are. And for me, what attracted me most to Hare Krishna, the movement, was first the philosophy, because everything became so clear to me as to what is our purpose in life, right? Because I think, like he has mentioned in all his books, we were literally living lives like dogs, like animals, eating, mating, defending, and procreation. That's all that we were doing. We had no focus, no understanding of who we are, what is our real purpose in life. And he made that so clear, and it gave us all a direction, a focus, a goal of what we should attain and what we should be doing with ourselves, other than just polishing the cage and not looking after the bird that lies within us, right? Like the soul is compared to the bird and the cage is the body. We were all just looking after our body, and we didn't even know that, okay, we all knew about reincarnation, but what happens, how we can change that, and what is the main purpose of our lives. So for me, I think and he did it all so selflessly. He gave us this knowledge. He just gave it away free, right? He just gave it away to everybody, whoever was willing to listen. And I think it's really incumbent on us that to appreciate and to take this up very seriously. And I think that will be the biggest homage we can pay to him. That if we all take this up seriously and not take it very lackadaisical or take it very lightly, which I know I do sometimes. Many times I take things very lightly. We don't realize the importance of what he has given us. And like he said, this is truly a matchless gift. So that's it. And I think I am eternally grateful to Srila Prabhupada. I don't think I have enough words to even thank him. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Nicely pointing out the essence of Srila Prabhupada's teaching, that yes, that we all have to take it very seriously. That's what is the most, pleased Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Third request, Satyabhama Mataji, would you like to
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna everyone. Namo Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharini, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi, Paschata Deshatarani. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving me the opportunity to glorify our dear Srila Prabhupada. Dear Srila Prabhupada, like birthday is just next day to Janmashtami, right? Okay, one minute, Prabhuji, I was just... Okay, so next day of Janmashtami, and it is Nandotsav. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a verse that in Canto 10, Krishna tu atmaja utpanne jata lado mahan guna ahuva vipran vedajna snata suchi alankrita. So where Krishna is born, Nanda Maharaj home, right? So his heart becomes so big. He wanted to give everything, like gold, butter, everything. Like he was giving hati dine, ghoda dine, or dine palki, and all these things, right? So same thing, we got Srila Prabhupada next day of Krishna Janmashtami, right? And what he made everything, like this whole world, right? So everybody got Srila Prabhupada next day. So it's a gift from Lord for us. And he came at the age of 69 here, had 3 heart attacks in cargo ship, and like spreading his Guru's words, Krishna's words everywhere. And we can see now, right? Everywhere, Janmashtami celebration, every day, so much celebration. So I will share in my personal experience. Like I used to go to Mangalati, how Krishna Namanda Prabhuji also mentioned. I was not knowing anything, but in my childhood, my grandma, he used to come and stay with us. And that time, like 73, I was born. That time, after like couple of years, my grandma used to tell me about Prabhupada. But I didn't know. He was showing me Bhagavad Gita and all that. He was knowing so many verses, teaching me early morning. He was getting up, and I was also with him. And that beach, right? Because of Srila Prabhupada, I got that beach. And slowly, see, it takes time. Everything has time. And when after coming to New Jersey, I got all this bhakti. I got such a nice congregation. I got the answers of different things because we go so many um, ups and downs in our life. And I got answers. We have such a wonderful congregation. If we ask any question, you get the answer so nicely every time. Means I have that experience. And Srila Prabhupada, like when Bhakti Charu Maharaj left the world, and that time we were praying for him, right? During COVID time. And I had so much pain in my heart. And I was just thinking, I saw a dream. Srila Prabhupada and Bhakti Charu Maharaj, they came in dream and they said, don't worry. See, I never been to Mayapur temple. They see, we are here. Don't worry. You can come and meet us. So how he is live, we can't say. See, every temple we go and we offer obeisances first to Srila Prabhupada. Why? In other temple we go, we don't feel also, but first we go and we see Srila Prabhupada. And when we offer our obeisances and we tell our desire to him, and he fulfills. After a couple of weeks or a couple of months, it is like our desire gets fulfilled. Means he is watching us continuously. We think they are not idle at all. They are looking at us. They are looking our consciousness, what consciousness we have in the temple. And earlier, like in my life, like every Friday, I used to search what to do, like when children were little, right? And now, so many things, and so aesthetic. Like recently, we had Janmashtami. Since Friday to today also, till today, right? Glorification. We are in that mood only, continuously. Whenever we talk with someone, we're talking about Janmashtami only, sharing our pictures, talking about what we did and all these things. Why? Because of Srila Prabhupada, right? Like Sachirani Mataji said, what we got, we don't know what we got. It's such a treasure, right? So we can't repay him. We can't repay. Even we will make us shoes up our skin for 7 bucks, we can't repay. That much happiness he gave, that much bliss he gave us. Like see, everyday festival, every day. Earlier, when I was getting away like 4:30, I was just walking on the lawn and other things, watching something. I was listening something good videos only, but nowadays, oh, we had to chant, we had to take shower, we had to chant, we had to prepare bhoga. So always our mind is in that. Now we don't have to worry about anything. If some problem is there, our seniors are there. We just go, we share our heart with them, and we get a positive answer. What is right, what is wrong? Why? Because of Srila Prabhupada. We got such a wonderful congregation, right? Prasadam also. Sunday, every Sunday, I think, oh, evening, our kitchen will be clean. We are going, we will have prasad there, right? So everywhere, if you see in all aspect of our life, we should have that gratitude of Srila Prabhupada. Because of him, we are getting this, right? Because of him, we came to know how Mataji said, Krishna, Shiv, Ganesha, Goddess, all these things. I used to do different fast and when I came to know, oh, Madhav Piti is Bhakti Janani. So if we do just Ekadashi, everything is taken care, right? So such a nice thing we got. And same thing, like my Prabhuji, he was not chanting. And I was just praying to Srila Prabhupada. Please, Srila Prabhupada, he will also chant. Everybody will chant together. And one day Srila Prabhupada came in dream. And he was giving mala. Still I remember that day. He was giving that mala in his hand. And very next day he started chanting. So amazing. What we have desire, he listens. Even Srimeshwar Prabhuji also mentioned, he came and he told him, like, you start the classes. And now so amazing. Everybody is getting such a wonderful knowledge every day, morning, evening, continuously, everyone. So nice, right? It is just because of our Srila Prabhupada. And lot of things are there now. Lot of people are in the queue also. So I just pray my humble obeisances from my bottom of heart, from my whole family for dear Srila Prabhupada. And even because of Srila Prabhupada, see, children were also totally engaged in this service, like drama, kirtan, this, that. So very, very thankful to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Motherji, for nicely mentioning how Srila Prabhupada is personally guiding you and your family, Prabhuji, and it's very true. Very, Srila Prabhupada is always there because of he's eternal. It's not like our material temporary, but Srila Prabhupada is eternal. So that's why many devotees experiences that, and we also heard from this many devotees the same thing. Okay, so we thought of keeping it short in terms of your tomorrow as well as day after tomorrow. We'll be continuing this. So if anybody is interested to speak, please let me know. So we'll be in another 10 or 15 minutes. So we'll continue this. I'll also try to speak or glorify a little bit about Srila Prabhupada. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Lokanath Swamini Dinamine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Dinamine. Namaste Saraswada Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So thank you so much. My humble offering is first of all completely indebted to Srila Prabhupada. The reason for that, just because of Srila Prabhupada's the Vani, that I could transform myself in a large extent. Srila Prabhupada completely transformed my life in so many ways. Since childhood, I was more into the bhakti as well. I was also going to the Sunday school when I was very small, and by hearing the Bhagavad Gita, understanding Srimad Bhagavatam, doing the puja, so many things. And I was also involved in our community, activities, having some, unions, and I used to go to every Sunday to attend all this. And one of my eldest community member was mentioning in his speech that only Hare Krishna Mahamantra could save this world. I also wondered, just heard that instead of we are chanting Hare Krishna, we were chanting Hare Rama first. That was the custom that we all used to follow. Every evening we used to chant this Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When I heard this, Hare Krishna is the mantra which can save this everybody and from this world. When I was very curious, then I had to come out. I came to Mumbai, and then I met with the devotees on one Friday on the streets of Andheri West. That was 97. So I used to read Bhagavad Gita. I had Bhagavad Gita. But when I saw Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita, and I saw Srila Prabhupada's picture, it was so attractive, something like I was feeling that I should get it. So I didn't have enough money at that time. That it was originally was selling for $150. Then because of it was Srila Prabhupada Centennial, they were giving out the Bhagavad Gita for 50% discount, that's 75. So I had 100 rupees. Then I bought the Bhagavad Gita. So it was completely the understanding that I used to have, and the understanding that when I read Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So as soon as I start to read Bhagavad Gita, it was an ocean of knowledge. From my perspective, understanding about all, various worships, pujas, and all those things. It's like that Srila Prabhupada was personally telling me. So then I was keep reading. I was non-stop reading. Within 3 months, I read Bhagavad Gita 3 times because of that much curious, that much potency that which was giving. And then within 3 months, then I decided I completely surrendered to Srila Prabhupada. So nobody told me anything. I got a picture of Srila Prabhupada from the Bhagavad Gita itself, that Srila Prabhupada's picture was printed. So every day, I was open this book, Bhagavad Gita, and keep it there and offering the Arati to Srila Prabhupada. And then slowly started everything, and I was very fond of Srila Prabhupada's books. By the time when I left in 98, I had 2 complete full trunk of Srila Prabhupada's books. I was so fond of it because I was so curious to understand this. So completely changed and transformed just by that, the moment of association of the devotees from Chowpatty, and then Srila Prabhupada's book. And it was so amazing that how Srila Prabhupada transformed myself to this Krishna consciousness. So since then, I was following, Srila Prabhupada, I was my Shiksha Guru. I was considering that my Guru is Srila Prabhupada. Since then, every day I used to worship Srila Prabhupada. So then after, I came here and met with devotees in Dallas, and I was so many ways that, but this was, I believe, this was completely the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So one time, somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, you are writing so many volumes of wonderful, this is not really just the textbooks, but this is the invaluable, this is so profound in terms of philosophy, in terms of spiritual knowledge, in terms of how one person can completely liberate himself to the spiritual consciousness in so many ways. So they asked this question, how could you write this book like this? So Srila Prabhupada mentioned that it is not I'm just writing, but this was all coming from Krishna. Krishna is personally speaking to me. That I am writing. So we could see that the potency of that each Srila Prabhupada's books, that itself is transformed millions of people around the world just by the book. That's why Srila Prabhupada says books are the basis. This is not an ordinary book. Srila Prabhupada's books are not ordinary. It has such a potency that it was as equal as any other spiritual literature. So like how Vyasadeva was writing the books, Vyasadeva was incarnation of the Supreme Lord. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada is also a Shaktiavesh avatar, Shaktiavesh. I was hearing this, how that is possible, because of it was quite difficult to start a Rath Yatra in New York City. So Srila Prabhupada had a desire that Srila Prabhupada wanted to start a Rath Yatra in big city, and especially on the 5th Avenue, because Srila Prabhupada saw that that's quite crowded and it's very beneficial. So this desire Srila Prabhupada had. then mentioning to the devotees were trying to arrange the Rath Yatra. But then New York City Council decided that there is no new procession or no new any permit that to give to anybody. Then they declared it. They decided that there is no new permit or anything. So then devotees mentioned to Srila Prabhupada that Srila Prabhupada, we are going to have Rath Yatra in New York City. So then Srila Prabhupada asked, where? He said, Fifth Avenue. So this is Srila Prabhupada. But then Srila Prabhupada then called after some days, and that day it was a trunk call and it takes so many hours, but Srila Prabhupada personally took that interest and initiation that to call the devotees in the New York. This was in 75, that period of time. So then Srila Prabhupada asked them, do you have permit? Do you have permit? So they said, we are trying to get the permit. So Srila Prabhupada keep asking, you have the permit? So then devotees become more charged and they were trying to get the permit. So they were not getting permit at all. They said, we are not giving anything new permit. There is no procession which is especially on the Fifth Avenue. It is not. So they were keep trying, and some way or other, they got an opportunity to speak to the head of the police commissioner in the New York City. So they were praying and they were just taking the names of Srila Prabhupada. And then somehow this head of the police, he said, I will give you the permit. So the devotees asked, are you sure? There are so many other, organizational, authorities. Everybody has to sign up in order to get that permit to do the Rath Yatra on the Fifth Avenue. So said, okay, I'll try to manage. But the devotee said, okay, we'll also help you. So then it has to underwrite by the another personal. So they took this permit to the that person. He said, no way. We have decided that there is no permit for the any processions or anything that new that we are not going to give. So then they go again, came to the head of the police and the city councillor. And then somehow or other, it is mentioned that they said finally the city councillor had mentioned that I will approve it, but I don't know why I am doing this, but somehow I am doing it. So they were so jubilant and happy, and that's the way that the Rath Yatra started in New York. And see that it was mere mercy of Srila Prabhupada, mere desire of Srila Prabhupada, nothing else. Otherwise, whatever it is impossible, that become possible just by the desires of Srila Prabhupada, this is, or the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. That's the key, dear devotees. So in order to progress in bhakti, if you have the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, then that's it. There is nothing to worry. Because of Srila Prabhupada is very dear to the Supreme Lord Krishna. We have many, many examples out there, many, many ways that how Srila Prabhupada and the Krishna is personally coming to Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada is there, and it's a reality. And as we mentioned that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was mentioned that every town and village my name will be glorified. Then Srila Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also mentioned that yes, my Senapati Bhakta will come and will propagate this. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also predicted my Senapati Bhakta, commander-in-chief. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentioned that. Also then Bhakti Vinod Thakur also mentioned the same, quoting that Senapati Bhakta will come. So Srila Prabhupada is nothing but the commander-in-chief of the Supreme Lord in order to propagate this bhakti, this devotion to the whole world, and that we can see it. When the Jesus Christ were, then that time is just, then now it took a lot of time in order to spread the the Christianity around the world, like it between like thousands of hundreds of years. But look at that now, many our senior Vaishnavas are mentioning that. So now we were after Srila Prabhupada is almost like, close to what we can say that even after Srila Prabhupada left, almost like 50 or 51st years now. But we can see that just because of the potency of Srila Prabhupada all over the world, and now even in Antarctica, we were hearing that there are devotees, they're chanting and they're doing Sankirtan. We can see that the potency of, and this is what is destined for the to spread the Krishna consciousness throughout the world. That she also mentioned that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the next 10,000 years is the golden age, golden time, golden period, so that everybody get an opportunity to come and contact with this holy name, so that their life will be success. That's the most important aspect, as mentioned in the Bhagavatam. Kalir doshe nidin rajan ashti egoge mahan guna kirtanadasya krishnasya mukta sangam parenj. This was also mentioned in the 5,000 years ago, Srila Vyasadeva. Kalir doshe nidin, this is Kalir dosha, this Kali Yuga, but there is one great quality, that is the kirtanadasya krishnasya, chanting of the holy name. So this is divine. This is coming from Krishna himself. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is initiated this, and then now it is all over the world. And who is that leading commander-in-chief? That is Srila Prabhupada. So dear devotees, this is amazing, and Srila Prabhupada is there. Srila Prabhupada is eternal, is there, and the potency, that's why Shakti Avesha Avadar is everywhere, every place is there. And Srila Prabhupada was very specifically care about such devotees as well, in so many ways that we can see that. And even the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they are not all just an ordinary people, but they are all some way or other in the Leela of Gaura Leela, the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is still going on, and that will be there for next 10,000 years. And this is what is called golden period, golden age. Srila Prabhupada is always, and Srila Prabhupada is also looking at us, that what we are doing as well. And Mataji was mentioning about that Srila Prabhupada was personally instructing us. I had that dream. And the COVID time, I was wondering, we were started the classes on the Zoom. There were less people, and maybe like 1 or 2 or 3 people, and everybody was kind of, like it there, that COVID seclusion period. So I was wondering why, I'm spending like 2-3 hours every day that, so why should, we continue this? And this just came in that the thought that, should I continue or not? That night, actually, that's the dream of Srila Prabhupada. Somewhere in that, there is a big, like a kind of a GBC meeting was happening. And Srila Prabhupada was there, and there was a break time around 4 o'clock, and everybody came out. And Srila Prabhupada also came out. And then I was standing there to see everybody. And then Srila Prabhupada came, and I was seeing this dream. Srila Prabhupada came to me, and he was just touching my neck beard like this. And then telling me that, do not stop, Bhakti Risha. Continue. Do not stop. So I could see that this is Srila Prabhupada's instruction in every, every way of, every sphere of our devotion, that Srila Prabhupada is there and looking at us and seeing that what we are doing. So dear devotees, if you have that mercy of Guru and Srila Prabhupada, there is nothing to fear, but always that it's very important that we follow that instructions of Srila Prabhupada. So what are the instructions? And based on the Srila Prabhupada gave us, the first and the foremost, Srila Prabhupada said that the purity is the force. So unless and until we follow that, we don't come to that purity. So we have to strictly follow what Srila Prabhupada instructed us. The purity is the force. The books are the basis. So the devotees, as we know that Srila Prabhupada is not that only Krishna's, instructions. Krishna was guiding. Krishna was personally giving all this transcendental knowledge that to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada was writing, and Srila Prabhupada mentioned that after I write, after I compile, I used to read my book, and I was wondering how I could write this. Because it was clearly mentioning that because of this was not an ordinary book. This was such a potency, great potency. And just for an example for me, just by reading that book, it can transform us. So there are great potency in each book of Srila Prabhupada. So as is mentioned that just do not read, but instead of study Srila Prabhupada's books, study. Keep reading and study and analyze what Srila Prabhupada mentioned. And of course, you know that Guru's instructions are there, should follow through the Guru and Srila Prabhupada. Then preaching is the essence. So as Srila Prabhupada also mentioned the same thing, that whatever you know, just repeat that to the other people. So this was one of the main principles. We have 7 principles of ISKCON. And one of the principle the Srila Prabhupada mentioned, to bring the members of the society together with each other and nearer to Krishna. So this is one of the principles, bring everybody to Krishna. So this is our core, and Srila Prabhupada wanted. That's why Srila Prabhupada was putting so much of efforts, and then giving this. And especially the Srila, in anybody, Srila Prabhupada hear that somebody distributed some books, Srila Prabhupada becomes so happy personally, because of Srila Prabhupada understood that this is the only way that we can reach this Krishna consciousness to every town and village and everybody, so that every soul, because he is so compassionate, Paradukha Dukhi, he is most compassionate. So there is no other person most compassionate than Srila Prabhupada, most compassionate. And also Srila Prabhupada value everything. See, we know that the books were printing in Delhi. Every day Srila Prabhupada used to go to Delhi to make sure that the printing is going well. And in order to save money, Srila Prabhupada walk miles and get into the bus. Because of if he move from one stop to another stop, Srila Prabhupada could save some money. So whatever is mentioned that almost 6 miles, Srila Prabhupada used to walk just to go and make sure that the printing of these books are happening, going very well. So this was Srila Prabhupada. We know that the Back to Godhead magazine, personally manuscript magazine, personally writing and going to each person. And one time, because of not having enough water and food, fainted down. And somebody, some other well-wisher took care of Srila Prabhupada. So this was Srila Prabhupada. Now, how much Srila Prabhupada, as many times people say that, many other people did so much of things for them, but think about that, what Srila Prabhupada did for us. Just because Srila Prabhupada did all these sacrifices for us, dear devotees, that we are here, sitting here and just simply understanding and hearing this invaluable, the principles and the devotion, the transcendental spiritual science. If the books were not there, Srila Prabhupada was not there, what would have been our condition? Where would have been end up with? So this always you have to think, and we have to, take it in our heart. So it's our duty, and this is what is the homage that we can return, our debt that we can pay back to Srila Prabhupada is, first of all, they follow the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. Second, do something for Srila Prabhupada, the book distribution and the preaching and some way or other, and bring other souls to nearer to Krishna. And then, tell Srila Prabhupada that, Srila Prabhupada, I talked to this person today that about the glories of Lord. So he's interested, bring more people to the Bhakti Vrusha. And some way or other talk to the people, Jare Deko Tare Kaho Krishna, this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentioned. So similarly, Srila Prabhupada took that literally in the heart. How much difficulty Srila Prabhupada went through just for us. So we never forget, that's why never ever forget Srila Prabhupada and Srila Prabhupada's position as a founder Acharya. Never ever go away from any instructions away from Srila, because of each and every instruction is good for us and our benefit, not for Srila Prabhupada. So even in the Kirtan, even in the following our bhakti and dealing with other devotees, Vaishnava etiquettes, and cooking for everything Srila Prabhupada taught us, everything. So this is good for us and this is our benefit. So that's what it is, dear devotees, that we should always remember that always, there should not be any moment that we do anything without Srila Prabhupada. And every day should start with the prayers of Srila Prabhupada, Guru and Srila Prabhupada. When we offer, when we do anything, any services, the Srila Prabhupada should be prayed and remembered in all respects. So I'm totally indebted and totally very, very grateful for Srila Prabhupada. That some way or other, I feel that Srila Prabhupada is always there to guide us. And thank you, Srila Prabhupada. And from my bottom of my heart on this 128th Vyasa Puja celebration, that please continue to shower mercy upon us, that to follow even little, whatever we can. Otherwise, without your mercy, we are incapable of doing anything. We can't do anything without your mercy. Please guide us. Please shower mercy upon us so that we can reach out to new people and talk about Krishna. That's only my prayer, Srila Prabhupada, on this Vyasa Puja day. Please shower the mercy upon all of us that we can continue this process of bhakti. Otherwise, we will be lost in this material world. Please shower us the mercy upon us. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for guiding us. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Anything, anybody else? Speak with me. Krishna. So as mentioned, dear devotees, please let us know next 2 days, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we'll be continuing this glorification. So please let us know that any day, which day we would like to speak. We'll be continuing this tomorrow as well. Okay. Anybody else? Any other comments or anything? Madhuri Prabhu, we'd like to close.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. This report make us more emphasize on the Srila Prabhupada, and we are neophyte devotees, so we understand the importance of the Srila Prabhupada.
Yes, that's one of the purpose. We should extremely we should really understand who is Srila Prabhupada. So when we hear more about, and there is a book called Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita, Srila Prabhupada. So there is a book which contains of almost 7 books. It's Satsvarup Maharaj compiled this. If you don't have, please have this book, and we could understand that how Srila Prabhupada was completely, struggled in order to bring this up, bring these devotees together in this Krishna consciousness.
And he had a strong personality. He has a really strong personality. He can tell anything what is right. He had that strong mind to perceive the right thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's more than that, Mataji. That's where that we need to hear about Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is not an ordinary personality. We know that when Narottam Das Thakur and Shyamananda Pandit all were here for a specific purpose. They were the first, the Sankirtan devotees. They started to distribute books, volumes of books. They were not ordinary devotees. They were manjaris like that.
Mm-hmm.
They were the very close associates of the Lord. That's why even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was revealed that Srila Prabhupada is a Senapati, my commander-in-chief. So don't always, whenever we take Srila Prabhupada, it's not that we cannot equate with anybody on this planet. So it's great Acharya, such a great potency that transformed these worlds, and guiding, Commander-in-Chief is guiding all of us what to do. So we are all the, some way or other, the soldiers, or we can say that some way or other, in this helping Srila Prabhupada. And that's what Srila Prabhupada wanted. from us to be part of the Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Also, Prabhuji, when glorification was going on, it was raining like storm. It was pouring like anything. So they say if something auspicious program event is going on and rain comes, means all demigods also are attending that event. So see, all demigods also here to hear the glorification of Prabhupada.
Of course. Everybody, because of the position of Srila Prabhupada, we cannot even compare with the demigods.
Yeah.
So always pray to Srila Prabhupada whenever we have some difficulties chanting and any devotional activities. Always Srila Prabhupada, the first Guru, and Srila Prabhupada must be there in every aspect of our life.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Madhuri Prabhuji. Do add something?
So what's the schedule? Is today's done, or there are many devotees I can see? They are part of, they are here, and who may have to, would like to glorify.
Yeah, that's what is I was mentioning. I mean, I few devotees mentioned that they'll speak tomorrow.
Okay.
And then that's I mentioned that if anybody would like to speak today, they can speak. I saw
Kalindi Mataji was there.
yeah, I was checking with her, but I didn't get a reply.
Okay, that's okay. And if anybody else wants to glorify today?
Hey Krishna, Prabhuji, is there, do we still have time, or if
Yes,
you're
yes, go ahead.
Go ahead, Maharaj.
or we
No,
can
I
go?
think that's why I didn't ask you. You mentioned that you'll speak tomorrow. That's why I
Yes,
didn't.
Prabhuji. Yeah, thank
thought-
you. Prabhuji, that's right. I said that, but now, whatever I was doing, or I was just hearing. Then I thought, let me speak today, because tomorrow again I might have another class to take the kids. So that's the reason, Prabhu.
Yeah, go
Thank you
ahead.
so much for giving this opportunity to devotees. Chakshir Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Vaidyanatha Scott Prabhupada, speaking about Srila Prabhupada is very, very dear to my heart. So many years if I've sustained in Krishna consciousness, I owe it to Srila Prabhupada, his kindness, his mercy. My relationship with Srila Prabhupada is the deepest compared to any other person that I have. Srila Prabhupada and my good knowledge. Prabhupada, in the beginning, when I was in India, when I was working, I used to see these Akshay Patra, donations, like how ISKCON was doing, but ISKCON had a very different name, different kind of an image back in Bangalore, the place that I come from. And my parents never encouraged me to go to ISKCON. And then I used to always see, these nice ads, and I used to be like, wow, they're doing such wonderful missionary work and charity work, giving food to all these school kids. So, and I always thought like, okay, once, when I'm working, I'm also going to donate and give it to them. But never happened I gave the money, but I never went to the temple. But, and I also understand that if I continue to be in Bangalore, I wouldn't have ever joined ISKCON because of my parents' strong opinion about it. And then when I came here, me and my husband were just like, we were working here and just traveling for a couple of years. And we just happened to go to Dallas Temple, and because they have this Govindas, and I was searching which is a good vegetarian restaurant, and then happened to be, Kalachandji's Govindas, all thanks to His Grace, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj. It's because of him, because of that restaurant, that whole journey of, Krishna consciousness began. I went there, and then we saw the beautiful deity, and all these the temple devotees were having Mahaprasadam. And they started speaking. I mean, I was asking them some questions about what's death and what, and because my grandmother was very old at that time, and I was very concerned what's going to happen to her. And when they explain, they give the answer about what is death, what's going to happen, and how chanting of the holy name is the answer. And yet, though we know the answer, we do not know when the test is going to come, when death is going to knock. Nobody knows. And that's the reason why we need to chant. And every question I asked them, it was like a piece of a jigsaw puzzle coming together. The philosophy was splendid. And I got the answers that day, and it was just amazing. I was just blown away. And that they gave us Mahaprasad. We actually wanted to go to the restaurant, but then they just gave us Mahaprasad. And then just first time meeting Mahaprasad and the deities. And that day when we went also, we were flying back again to New Jersey, and my husband was like, do you want to take something? I was like, no, whatever little I eat. It's so fulfilling. I'm feeling so happy. I did not know anything about the glories of the Mahaprasadam, or even that we had prasadam. I mean, it was just like, I thought it was just food. So it was just amazing. And they said, oh, Sachidanand Maharaj is coming to West Virginia, and he's giving a seminar. You guys like to travel, why don't you go there? And then within like 5 days, we went there. And that's where I met my godbrother and godsister who introduced me to chanting. I thought all these people are just chanting whenever they come to the temple. And then, my godbrother and godsister that time, they just thought these are two new people who are just come, and they started speaking. They showed us how to chant 1 round. The next day they were like, hey, you can do 3 rounds. And then Sachin Maharaj also, he spoke, and he was very kind. And my husband was also he was very impressed that how much of personal attention and answering that Sachin Maharaj gave us his time, his precious time, basically, because he was conducting the seminar. Still, he came, he spoke to us. My husband was really very impressed with Maharaj. And that interaction with Maharaj also realized this person is not like one of us. They had no idea about who's the Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj is, and his pure devotee and everything. It was just, but then that experience was like so profound. I knew this person is not one of us, not just because of the way he appeared, but something I cannot explain that experience. But then
I was just checking. Garage બંધ કર્યું છે ને તે.
The conclusion of that experience was he is different, and what he's doing is the most blissful thing in this world, because every occupation has got its own pros and cons. But I thought this was his profession, and I thought this is the best. And I think Maharaj could understand what I was thinking, and Maharaj is like smiling. It is so funny today when I think about it. I just thought that it's not a profession, it's his life. And he chose to give his life to Srila Prabhupada. I never knew anything about Prabhupada at that time. And then my godbrother and godsister made us to chant, and then they spoke about Srila Prabhupada. And within 1 month, they asked us to, they were talking and connecting, even though they're far away, not from New Jersey. They asked, that godsister, she gave me Lilamrita. And within 1 month of all this happening, I started reading Lilamrita. Lilamrita bought me, so that's what that's like the biggest gift that I ever received, I guess, because it was Lilamrita. When I read that, I understood about the sacrifices of Srila Prabhupada. Some more questions that I had about Krishna consciousness, everything was answered in Lilamrita. And then, I was just, it was difficult. And then they were telling us how we need to give up tea, coffee, and everything. And then just reading Lilamrita, and then when Prabhupada is like, some episode came, and then I was just able to give it up, just like that. And when chanting 16 rounds, everything happened. It was just about, the Lilamrita, just reading it. And I think it was Prabhupada's mercy. When I just think about it, I just feel like, oh my God, such an unqualified person, but then Prabhupada's mercy somehow came through my godbrother and godsister. And after reading Lilamrita, I understood one thing, and some experiences also I had in that New Vrindavan, where I realized Prabhupada is still there. Prabhupada is still there, and he's answering. And that's why whenever Srila Prabhupada's disappearance comes, for me, it's like he's still there, and we're just glorifying him. And people think, just like some of the other devotees explained, that he's still there directing the entire ISKCON movement. And when we are praying, he is hearing, he is answering our questions, and he's always there to guide. And Prabhupada himself said that, yes, I come and, I will be, when some disciples asked Prabhupada, when you leave, what's going to happen to us? And Prabhupada said, I am there alive in my books. And I'm also, I will also personally come and instruct you in your dreams. So like that, Prabhupada is still there. and all these great souls from His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, and all his great, fantastic, amazing disciples, they are all out of this world. We're just seeing them as people, including Srila Prabhupada. They are so close to Krishna. They've just come to give us conditioned souls an opportunity to revive what we've lost, our Krishna consciousness, our relationship with Krishna. They've come to revive and give this to us, and that's why Prabhupada is very, very special. Any ups and downs that I've gone through my life, if I'm able to survive, it's only because of Prabhupada's mercy. Just knowing that he's still there, he's this great, amazing personality in my life. Any problem that I have, I just pray to Prabhupada, and I feel protected. I feel his shelter, and that's just enough. When we go through this material life, we understand that there's nobody who's close and near to us except our spiritual master. He's the only friend. He's the only guide. And Srila Prabhupada, being our preeminent Shiksha Guru, he's always there. And that's why every new person I meet, I tell them, please read Lilamrita. Please don't consider, the Prabhupada's murti, Prabhupada's deity in her temple is just like another idol. No, Prabhupada is still there. He's listening. And he's seeing how everything is moving. He's orchestrating the entire movement. Even His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj did the same thing. Even he's there. So this is the profound reality, which is very difficult to perceive. Yet it is a reality beyond our conditioned state and understanding, a reality which is so profound, and so profound and sublime also, just because our conditioned minds and it doesn't allow us to understand it. Just like how so many times you have questions and you read the Gita, you read the Srimad Bhagavatam, the answers are there. Why? Because our scriptures are so alive. Just like that, Srila Prabhupada is alive. He's listening. And he's so merciful. Prabhupada is so great, but then I see him as like my very, very loving grandfather. That's my relationship with Srila Prabhupada. It's very personal. He is great, but then more greater than that greatest aspect, more than that, for me, it's that loving nature of his, which overpowers that greatness and the wonderfulness that he has done. It's amazing personality. If you think about the achievements that he's done, it's just mind-blowing. But then beyond that personal aspect about Prabhupada is what touches me the most. His sacrifices, whatever he has done. When you read the Lilamrita, how he came here 1 year, how he suffered. Still, he cooked at that age. He was making the Sunday feast. And then at that time, right, when I read, I wanted to do book distribution. And then I'd ordered some book. And at that time, the temple wasn't there. I did not know about anything. I'd ordered some books home, and then I was trying to give out in the apartments that I was there 10, 12 years ago. Because I thought this is what pleases Prabhupada the most. And then somehow I got connected to devotees. And even today, making devotee, like new people chant or give the books. It's something very, it's very dear to me, because this is what pleases Srila Prabhupada. And in fact, any service that we do with our whole heart and soul, it pleases Guru and Krishna. It doesn't mean that it's only book distribution or the chanting or deity worship or even sweeping the floor is still wonderful. It just depends on the consciousness, and that's what I've understood from Srila Prabhupada. What is very, very important is the mood and the consciousness with which we are doing. Nothing is big, nothing is small. It's just seva only. And Prabhupada's morning walks, Prabhupada's classes, when we hear, when I hear, I feel the urgency with which he's asking us to understand about the importance of chanting, the importance of how to become Krishna conscious, how Maya is just always there to trouble the mind, how Maya traps those who are trying even sincerely to become Krishna conscious. Every word of Prabhupada, you can understand. I can understand his urgency, his request, his heartfelt message of, you are due for in this lifetime of yours to revive that Krishna consciousness, to revive your love for Krishna. This is the gift that Mahaprabhu has come to give. It's so special, so rare. The whole day of Brahma, Krishna comes only once, and then Mahaprabhu just comes as soon as Krishna appears. That itself is such a rarity. And then we are in this beautiful golden age. It's just the greatest opportunity to be alive on this earth at this time, even though it feels it's such a degraded age. It's going to get more worse, Kali Yuga. But then in the association of these sanghas, everywhere we go, devotees are so loving. I just meet somebody in the bank in Bangalore when I would go every year that we travel, and then it just feels like family. And then it's just the kind of he's made the whole world as a place. It's just like a big house where everybody can reside. When we have that core principle that he is trying to propagate in our heart, then you meet devotees, their values are the same as yours, even though they're like gradations in the level of their advancements. Still, the core principle is the same, because of which we can connect, and then we know we can trust them. We just blindly trust them. Why? Because they are devotees. So this is the one most beautiful thing that Srila Prabhupada has given. The association of our devotees in CNJ is also Srila Prabhupada's gift. And I pray to Srila Prabhupada that I pray my health is good so that I can continue my seva. And I pray that we can continue to be here and serve Shri Radha Shyamsundar. There's so much of changes, so many things happening in my personal life. But yet I pray Srila Prabhupada can give us this opportunity to continue to serve our beloved deities, Shri Radha Shyamsundar, and this wonderful congregation. So with this, I'd like to thank you so much, dear devotees, for giving me an opportunity to speak. I wish I wrote something more, but then I just spoke from wherever came to my heart today. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Srila Prabhupada ki. Yeah. Yes, Srila Prabhupada is so merciful, very dear to his devotees as well. As Srila Prabhupada was mentioning that, do not worry, just hold my clothes, hold my dhoti, I'll take you back to the Golok Vrindavan. All we need to do, just follow Srila Prabhupada. Holding dhoti means following the instructions of Srila Prabhupada and simply being Krishna conscious and his devotees. So thank you so much. Anybody else would like to speak today? Or please send me the name tomorrow if you would like to speak, or any other day. But anybody else would like to speak today?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna, Bhagwan Chaitanya Prabhu ki jai.
Jai Prabhuji, Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Can I speak few words, Prabhu?
Yes, of course. Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you, Prabhu. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyagate Sutta. Thank you, everyone, Prabhuji, for giving me the opportunity to speak on this 120th Vyas Puja of Srila Prabhupada. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my most humble obeisances at your lotus feet. I'm extremely grateful and eternally grateful to you for all that you have bestowed upon me and my family. I'm very much indebted to you for your disciples, especially my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, and other senior Vaishnavas, ISKCON religiosity, for coming into my life. Srila Prabhupada, as you know, I was rotting in this material world, not knowing anything, only struggling hard for sense gratification. But you have revealed to me what is the goal of life and what should one aspire for. Your books and lectures have always been guiding me at every step of my life. Even though I admit I should read more and follow more. It is only because of your causeless mercy I am practicing a tiny amount of devotional service and making my life worth living. If it was not for you, Srila Prabhupada, then this life would have been a waste. Your compassion to fallen souls is unparalleled. Nothing can I do for you, for all that you have done for me and my family. I sincerely beg at your lotus feet for forgiving me any offenses I may have committed to you or to your disciples, knowingly or unknowingly. Please bless me, Srila Prabhupada, so I can serve you the rest of my life more seriously and wholeheartedly. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Paramananda Chaitanya Prabhu. That's so beautiful. Nice that offering to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you. Thank you again. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Anybody else would like to speak today? If your devotees mention they'll speak tomorrow, please let me know before we conclude. It is already 8:38. Hare Krishna. Okay. So thank you all, dear devotees. Madhuri Prabhu, do you
Thank you all. And those who didn't get an opportunity to speak today, please gather yourself and express yourself. These days are so that you can glorify. I know Naman Prabhu had sent me a request to see if we are interested in having some speakers speak on this day, and I was kind of meditating that it's better that our devotees express the speakers we are speaking, inviting on different occasions. But this is the occasion where devotees of the congregation get an opportunity to express themselves. Yeah. So if you have not expressed yourself as an offering, please do so. It's important for our spiritual life. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Yep. Thank you, Madhuri Prabhu. Yes, as Prabhuji mentioned that Srila Prabhupada is our founder Acharya, the Parama Acharya, the Parama Guru. Our Guru is there, also Param Guru. Srila Prabhupada, the position is Param Guru. Never forget Param Guru. Always we should be inducted in always. And this is the way that some way or other, taking it our life and following, that's the way that we are paying a little bit the debt we have to Guru, Srila Prabhupada. It should be always there. So never take it lightly. Okay, I got Guru now, I don't need to do anything for Srila Prabhupada. No, that's not the case. Srila Prabhupada is our preeminent Shiksha Guru. That position is always there, and from Srila Prabhupada we get all this Shiksha. Should be eternally indebted to Srila Prabhupada. And we should not never ever think about that, oh, I can surpass or overcome Srila Prabhupada. And again, in every case, Srila Prabhupada must be there in our every day-to-day life, every moment. Okay. That the best way to do that is the following the instructions strictly, that what Srila Prabhupada taught us, instructed us what to do. So in every sphere of our life, Srila Prabhupada gave us that instruction. How to, when to get up, what to do, how to chant the holy name, how to cook, how to offer, how to come to temple, how to worship the deities, and so many, everything in every sphere of our, devotional and spiritual as well as in material as well, everywhere. So that's called complete Acharya. Srila Prabhupada is a complete Acharya in every ways and every aspect. Okay.
One additional thing I would just add with what Simeshwar was mentioning is literal meaning of Srila Prabhupada. Srila means one who enters into the pastimes of Sri. One who enters into the pastimes of Sri, one who reveals the pastimes of Sri, which is Srimati Radharani. And Prabhupada, one at whose lotus feet all the Prabhus bring their followers at the lotus feet of this personality. That's why we have Prabhupada. And that's the preeminent position and title given only to A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Right. Let's explain in Prabhupada Lilamrita one section. Yeah. So I just want to write so that we understand Prabhupada and Srila. Okay.
Yep. Thank you. Very profound. Yes. Very profound. We should always keep this in our heart. Whenever we come to temple, first you have to pay the obeisance to Srila Prabhupada. Everything begins from there. And Srila Prabhupada guide us in all ways, in all respect. Thank you all for joining today. Let's chant together. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai. Vecharan Arvinda Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki. Jai. Srila Prabhupada Avirbhav Maha Mahotsav ki.
Jai.
Gaura Premanande.
Hari
Jai
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Really bold.
Thank you.
Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari
Please
Bol.
join tomorrow,
Thank you so much.
and this will continue next 2 days. Thank you all. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Yes,
Hari
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.